on the phone because traffic is so bad and they're trying to get to the building at this point in time. So, Jared, please take roll.
Mr. Bekowski.
Here.
Mr. Bonarotti.
Here.
Mr. DeMarco.
Here.
Ms. Filiaggi.
Here.
Mr. Fatulis.
Here.
Mr. Grisbeck.
Here.
Ms. Hallam.
Thank you.
Mr. Klein. Mr. Macy.
Present.
Ms. Nacarati Chapkus.
Here.
Mr. Palmieri.
Here.
Mr. Palmasina.
Participant is now joining.
Ms. Pritzio. Mr. Walton.
Here.
President Katina.
Here.
We currently have 12 members present. Mr. Klein apparently has joined us. Mr. Klein, are you with us? Mr. Klein, are you there?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Can you hear me?
We have 13 members present.
Yes, we can hear you, Paul.
Great. Thank you.
All of this evening's proclamations will be read into the record. 13133-24.
A proclamation celebrating the 2024 Whitehall Borough Community Weekend, sponsored by Councilmember Palmieri.
13134-24.
A proclamation recognizing Chief James Traz Matrazo for his 28 years of dedicated service to North Versailles Police Department, sponsored by Councilmember Nacarati Chapkus.
Good job.
13135-24.
A proclamation congratulating the Borough of Churchill upon the momentous occasion of its 90th anniversary, sponsored by Councilmember Fatulis.
13136-24.
A proclamation recognizing David Kindig and Kevin Scheel for their exemplary leadership and dedication to the car industry, sponsored by Councilmember Fatulis.
13137-24.
A proclamation recognizing Max Motive for their exceptional dedication to helping automotive enthusiasts find their dream cars, sponsored by Councilmember Fatulis.
13138-24.
A proclamation recognizing Fire Chief Nicholas Soida for his 25 years of dedicated service to the municipality of Mount Lebanon, sponsored by Councilmember Grisbeck.
I'd like to be added to that one, Jared, please.
As well, please.
13139-24.
A proclamation recognizing Officer Eric Lakin for 31 years of dedicated service to North Versailles Police Department, sponsored by Councilmember Nacarati Chapkus.
I'd like to be added to that, please.
13140-24.
A proclamation recognizing Pittsburgh Brewing Company and its owner, Cliff Forrest, and celebrating over 160 years of commitment and tradition to the Pittsburgh region, sponsored by Councilmember Fatulis.
13141-24.
A proclamation recognizing Pittsburgh Lutheran United Ministries upon the occasion of its 20th anniversary, sponsored by Council members Macy, Katina, Palmieri, and Nacarati Chapkus.
13142-24.
A proclamation congratulating Richard and Elsie Ferrens on the occasion of their 60th wedding anniversary, sponsored by Councilmember Macy.
13143-24.
A proclamation recognizing Richard V. Piacenti on the occasion of 30 years at Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Gardens as CEO and President, sponsored by Councilmember Pritzio.
Maybe added to that one as well, please.
13144-24.
A proclamation recognizing Wilma Virginia Walters on the occasion of her 100th birthday, sponsored by Councilmember Nacarati Chapkus.
We'll now have public comment on agenda items.
Before proceeding, please let the record reflect that Ms. Hallam is now present, and we have none.
Okay. Approval of minutes, 13145-24.
A motion to approve the minutes of the June 18th, 2024 regular meeting of council.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. 13146-24.
A motion to approve the minutes of the July 2nd, 2024 regular meeting of council.
Motion to approve.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. 13147-24.
A motion to approve the minutes of the July 9th, 2024 regular meeting of council.
Motion to approve.
Wait. Before we approve this one, just this transcript, the transcript contains a typographical error. So the cover page lists the meeting date as July 2nd. The meeting minutes actually are accurate otherwise, so I'd like someone to make the motion to approve this basically as amended.
Make them, go ahead.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Presentation of appointments. All of these appointments being presented this evening are referred to the Committee on Appointment Review. Please read them all at the same time, Jared.
13130-24 is approving the appointment of James Gezzo to the Friends of the Park for Harrison Hills for term effective through August 20th, 2027, sponsored by Councilmember Fatoulis. 13131-24 is approving the appointment of Sam Ensidler to the Friends of Park for Heartwood Acres for a term effective through August 20th, 2027, sponsored by Councilmember Hallam. And 13132-24 is approving the appointment of John Fournier to serve as County Manager for a term to commence immediately upon council approval, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
Any unfinished business?
We have none.
Liaison reports. Any liaison reports this evening? Seeing none, we'll move on. New business ordinances and resolutions. 13151-24.
An ordinance of the County of Allegheny, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, providing for distribution of fire safety information by the Allegheny County Health Department to restaurant owners in the course of regular restaurant inspections, sponsored by Councilmembers Fatoulis, DeMarco, Hallam, Grisbeck, Macy, Petkowski, Nacaretti, Chapkus, Palmasina, Filiaggi, and Katina.
That will go to Health and Human Services. 13152-24.
An ordinance of the County of Allegheny, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, amending and supplementing Article 211 of the Administrative Code of Allegheny County entitled Board of Elections in order to establish a mechanism for periodic verification of compliance with Commonwealth law regarding voter citizenship by individuals registered to vote in Allegheny County, sponsored by Councilmember DeMarco.
That will go to Government Reform.
I would like to be co-sponsor on that, please.
Okay. Government Reform for that one. 13153-24.
An ordinance approving the sale of the county's interest in a parcel of real property located at Hollywood Drive, Hampton Township, Pennsylvania 15044, and identified as Block and Lot 1076E393 for the sale price of $3,300 to Ashley and Kenneth Downing, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
That will go to Economic Development and Job Creation. 13154-24.
An ordinance authorizing the County of Allegheny through its Department of Public Works and Law Department to acquire by condemnation a permanent right-of-way in fee simple and a temporary construction easement over one parcel of land identified by the Allegheny County Department of Real Estate as Block and Lot 9911X957, being required for the replacement of Fallen Timber Run Bridge Number 6 over Fallen Timber Run located at the intersection of Roberts Hollow Road and Warren Hill Road in Forward Township, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, and to take such further action as may be necessary under applicable law, including but not limited to the eminent domain code, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
That will go to Public Works. 13155-24.
An ordinance authorizing the County of Allegheny through its Department of Public Works and Law Department to acquire by condemnation a permanent right-of-way in fee simple and temporary construction easements over two parcels of land identified by the Allegheny County Department of Real Estate as Block and Lot number 374M292, and the second not bearing any block and lot number, both parcels being required for the Greensburg Pike Lateral Support Project located in Turtle Creek Borough, Allegheny County, and to take such further action as may be necessary under applicable law, including but not limited to the eminent domain code, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
That will go to Public Works. 13156-24.
An ordinance authorizing the County of Allegheny in conjunction with the Department of Public Works and Law Department to acquire by condemnation certain permanent rights-of-way and easements, including but not limited to property in fee simple for permanent rights-of-way, drainage easements, and temporary construction easements from one parcel required for the replacement of Beam Run Bridge Number 1 over Beam Run located on Cole Valley Road, County Road Number 5081-04, located in Jefferson Hills Borough, Allegheny County, and to take such further action as may be necessary under applicable law, including but not limited to the eminent domain code, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
13157-24.
I apologize, the referral for that last bill?
Oh, Committee on Public Works, sorry.
13157-24, an ordinance of the Council of the County of Allegheny ratifying the revisions of Article 6 of the Allegheny County Health Department Rules and Regulations concerning housing and community environment, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
That will go to Health and Human Services. 13158-24.
A resolution ratifying certain year-end transfers pursuant to Section 805.03 of the Administrative Code, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
And that will go to Budget and Finance. New business motions. 13159-24.
A motion of the Council of Allegheny County authorizing the President of Council to conduct public hearings pursuant to Section 801.05 of the Administrative Code on Thursday, October 17th at 5 p.m., Monday, October 28th at 5 p.m., and Wednesday, October 30th at 5 p.m. in the Gold Room of the Allegheny County Courthouse, sponsored by Councilmember Palmasina.
Councilmember Palmasina.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. 13160-24.
Before proceeding, please let the record reflect that Ms. Pritzio is now present. 13160-24 is a motion of the Council of Allegheny County authorizing a public hearing pursuant to the Home Rule Charter and Administrative Code of Allegheny County and the Rules of Allegheny County Council on Wednesday, September 18th, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. in the Gold Room of the Allegheny County Courthouse, sponsored by Councilmember Pritzio.
Make a motion to approve.
Councilmember Pritzio? Oh,
Oh, you're here. Somebody said you wasn't, huh? I
You
still
made the motion. Bob, you want a second?
Second.
Okay. Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Notification of contracts, 13148-24.
A communication summarizing approved executive actions for the month of June 2024.
Motion to, is there someone who wants to make the motion to receive and file?
Receive and file.
Motion has been made and second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. 13149-24.
A communication summarizing approved executive actions for the month of July 2024.
Make a motion to receive and file.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. We'll now have public comment on general items.
We have 3 individuals signed up. First up is Corey Klein.
I called it.
I missed it.
Second would be Alex Pegoreski.
You're much faster than me.
Not here?
And third would be Chad Ringblom.
Okay.
I'm not sure who. Good evening. My name's Chad Ringblom. It's been a little bit more than a month since an attempt on the life of the former president of the United States took place in a neighboring county. In the immediate aftermath, there came a chorus of pundits claiming that political rhetoric all around needs to be toned down. Many also said, quote, "There is never a place for political violence." In fact, this has been the consensus among pretty much every politician and most pundits, that is, with the exception of at-large Democratic Councilwoman Bethany Hallam. I want to make clear that I see your silence and even cavalier arrogance as a level of honesty that most politicians avoid, maybe out of cowardice or at the very least out of common decency. It is on the record that immediately following the Trump assassination attempt, a screenshot of Ms. Hallam making the comment, "Wow, the crime in Butler County is out of control." What to this point isn't on record is Ms. Hallam's ties to Antifa. Hers, along with at least 3 Pittsburgh media personalities. Quote, "Filler Distro is a loose-knit network of DIY collectives that run a Zine distro, an Arco-Punk tape label, and co-opt print shop. This is what their ex account states about them. I learned of this account through their sharing of an abortion mill ministry event that my brothers in Christ had organized. Filler spread the word in what turned out to be an organized counter-protest of our ministry event where people dressed in all black, masked up, and beat drums to drown out the gospel proclamation, as well as spray paint vehicles and slash tires. Their link tree in the past included a place for anonymous submissions of various accounts of chaos they fomented in counter-protest of everything from police to ministry to trans-exclusionary radical feminists, or TERFs, as Filler calls them. In response to the assassination attempt, Filler made some really vile comments, among them, "Butler, PA, you're kind of all right for that one, gotta hand it to you," and praying they won't miss next time. It should be noted that Ms. Hallam not only had the initial reaction of mocking an attempted assassination that included death of bystanders, but never publicly condemned the comments of an account that she follows. As elected officials, this body has been given authority by the triune God who created all things and promised to judge the world in righteousness by a man whom he appointed. And of this he has given assurance to all by raising him from the dead. With that authority comes responsibility to lead. You didn't simply fail. Between your wicked mockery of a tragedy and your actions repeatedly turning your nose up to protocol regarding your jail visits, you've made a mockery of the very office you hold in the body itself. If this body doesn't hold you accountable with censure at the very least, my public comment brought this evil to light. Ms. Hallam, the Lord rebuke you. And to the rest of the council, should you fail to hold her accountable, the Lord rebuke all of you as well.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn? So moved. Second? Motion's been made second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
Was a little